Today I will discuss a very important topic and give a simple roadmap to cybersecurity and penetration testing. I will identify what is a penetration testing, what are the preparation and the prerequisites for penetration testing, some important courses you should learn and the right arrangement for these courses, and some important points to keep in mind. So first of all, penetration testing is a process that security experts try to find all vulnerabilities in any system or any website of any organization, and then try to exploit them and tell the organization how to protect their systems against any attacks that may cause security breaches. So it's very important process that any organization should perform to ensure that its system is secure. So what is the prerequisites for penetration testing and how to prepare yourself to be a good penetration tester? First of all, you have to prepare yourself by studying network basics to especially if you want to be a network penetration tester, you should understand well networks and what are the routers, for example, what are the routers and switches, what are the OSI model, and what are the different layers of any network or network layers, and how to establish a virtual network to perform your penetration testing and learning cybersecurity and penetration testing, because it's not recommended to use the real networks when you are trying to learn cybersecurity. You have to establish your virtual networks and virtual servers, etc., to perform your penetration testing and learning cybersecurity. Then you have to get good understanding of how to deal with different types of operating systems, especially dealing with Linux and Kali Linux, for example, and Parrot, which is a powerful tool kit that is used and built. We have include different tools that are used in penetration testing. You should know how to deal with Linux commands and how to install any software or any tools. What is the application manager in this distribution of Linux, and so on. So you have to you should have a good understanding of how to deal with Linux, and for sure you have to have good understanding how to deal with Windows and Microsoft products in general, because there is no organization that doesn't have Windows workstation in its infrastructure. So you have to know and have good understanding how to deal with Windows as well. Then you have to study at least one programming language in order to be able to create your own tool instead of using the ready-made tools available on the internet, and to add some features from your own to the tool you use to perform your penetration testing. So Python is the simplest and the most easy language to learn, so it's recommended to study Python. Then if you want to be a web penetration tester and perform penetration testing on websites, you should have a good understanding of some web programming languages, including HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP and SQL, structured query language, because there are a number of attacks that are using these web programming. For example, HTML injections and SQL injections and JavaScript injections and cross-site scripting, for example. So if you don't understand HTML, for example, and say structured query language and JavaScript, you won't be able to identify such attacks and to protect the system against such attacks. So studying web programming is very important to be a good penetration tester. After that, you will start to learn and go deeper and deeper in security via studying Security Plus to learn about some important terminologies in security. What are the attacks, what is meant by vulnerabilities, what is meant by risks, and so on. Some important terminologies in security, and to study to learn more about the security. Then studying a very common certificate called Certified Ethical Hacker, which will teach you different kinds of penetration testing techniques and allow you to learn about many different kinds of attacks and different kinds of tools that are used in hacking and penetration testing. Then the last certificate you should learn, as I recommend in my opinion, to learn about what's called Offensive Security Certified Professional, because security careers are divided into two types. One of which is red team, and the other one is the blue team. The red team is the team who is trying to perform different kinds of attacks against any system, and the blue team, which is the team is responsible for defending and protecting the system. So offensive security will allow you to be a good penetration tester and study the offensive side of the security. After that, I will tell you now more about the important courses you should learn to be a good penetration tester, and in my opinion, this is the right arrangement for these courses. You should learn these courses in this order. As I told you, that you have to get good understanding of networks, so there is a very good certificate called Network Plus from Competia. It is a very such certificates will allow you to learn different basics of networks. Then to learning more about Linux from learning the Linux Plus certificate from Competia, the same company. Then try to learn more about administration of Windows and Microsoft products. Then starting going to more deep in security by learning Security Plus from Competia. Then learning more about the penetration testing and techniques and methods that are used in this field by learning, studying and learning certified ethical hacker. And then, as mentioned before, to start learning offensive security certified professional from offensive security. And as mentioned before, that you have to learn the web programming languages if you want to be a web penetration tester, and Python, because this will boost your ability to be a good penetration tester, because you will be able to create your own tools or modify the ready-made tools available on the internet. I hope I have clarified the information well, and I'm ready to any questions are welcome. Thank you.